Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. With me, your boy the man, NJ to the city with the number 2 and T.O. This is the Viewpoints Show. On this lovely and beautiful, wonderful, spontaneous Saturday, August the 7th, if I'm correct. Yeah. Shout out, God bless UNF. They got a game tonight versus Kennesaw State at 7. Volleyball, UNF volleyball at UNF Arena versus Kennesaw State tonight at 7. Hopefully, if enough people view this video, by that time you'll see me out there supporting my peoples, especially Miss Sadie Thurston, which once again, one of the top reasons why I go, so on and so forth. Because again, she's Nice alumni, so yeah, gotta support her. Sadie Thurston, Nice alumni, who plays for UNF volleyball team, and this is her senior season, so go out there and support her. All fellow East Panthers who, whether you know her or not, go out there and support, please, and show your love. Encouragement and support for not just her, but the entire UNF volleyball team, 2017 women's volleyball, so on and so forth. But by the way, yeah, they just lost yesterday, sadly, 0-3 versus Lipscomb. Now, I have no idea what the heck Lipscomb is. And I guess I had no idea they were that good because I totally expected us to win that. But hey, still, as I texted Sadie Thurston last night after the game, I was not able to watch it on ESPN. They said it was going to be on ESPN3, but I checked all the local channels and I legitimately was scrolling through the ESPN list trying to find a game, couldn't find it, so on and so forth. So hope to God I can make it to today's game. But as I texted her last night, I was saying, well, you know what? I'm still proud of all the effort and hard work y'all put in to at least give yourselves a chance and compete with them, and still more life, more blessings to you and the team. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Take care. So on and so forth. But yeah, one of the top reasons why I'm making this video right quick is not to talk about any of that, even though it was still a blessing, honor, gift, and pleasure to be talking about that. So shout out, God bless her and the entire UNF 2017 women's volleyball roster and team. Top reasons why I made this video is to discuss with y'all what I'm going to do with the Heart and Soul album. See, I went ahead, like I said, shot other videos that I've not released yet. Hopefully I'll release those tonight, or yeah, sometime today or this weekend, because I shot those videos yesterday. Didn't really upload any of them, so I need to go back and see whether they have my stamp of approval, so on and so forth. So once again, I guess that this song called Promise Ring, that's on the album. Like I say, if I don't upload that video that I made about that, announcers video, if I don't upload that video that I made yesterday about it on Friday, I will upload another. I will shoot another one explaining it again more in depth about that entire, I won't say saga, entire story, plot line, you get the point. Shout out, God bless Madeline Bassett, the face of LSU once again. As her LSU Tigers goes against my Florida Gators tonight, or this afternoon at 3. So shout out, God bless both teams on that, even though I'm going for my Gators. Take care. Always in favor. God first, but once stand ashamed. God of everything, what's up. I definitely have total faith we're going to win. No offense to LSU, but I have total faith that Florida's going to win this game. Total faith. Like, I don't see why we shouldn't win. I don't see a good reason why we shouldn't win whatsoever. But quick thing to Mr. Felipe Franks. Love you, bro, but I still believe that you should not be starting this season. I don't know if I've said this in other videos, but I think he's a freshman. And again, I love my freshmen. High school and college, love my freshmen. But I'm sorry, because you have Luke Del Rio and Malik Zaire there who are, well, Luke Del Rio has one more year of eligibility. Malik Zaire, I don't know about him. But because of where those two guys are in their careers, I believe that Felipe Franks should have been starting next season, or even 2 years from now. But definitely he should be starting next season, not this season. But obviously, I think just like he said at the end of that, I guess, Kentucky game, God has a plan and so forth and so forth. So, so on and so forth. Like, I'm not happy that Luke Del Rio got hurt because, again, that's who I was rooting for, who should have been starting. But, he got hurt, and now Felipe Franks is back in the starting lineup. so forth and so forth. So once again, shout out bless both of them. I wish Luke Del Rio the absolute best. I'm coming from his injury and getting back on the field next season, owning it, because I really want him to get a good draft stock. So hopefully, even though the Jaguars probably won't draft him, he can definitely get drafted someplace good and make his mark there. He's my guy. Felipe Franks is my guy. Zare's my guy too, but you know, if I had to choose one out of those three that I like the most, I like Luke Del Rio the most. And once again, so forth and so forth. I love all three of them, but more and shout out bless all three of them. But like I said, Luke Del Rio is definitely my more prominent guy out of those three. And like I say, Felipe Franks, wish you the absolute best, real brother. But I just think that you should have been starting next year, not this year. But hey, obviously you're right. God has a plan for you, and you're now starting again. Once again, wish Luke Del Rio the absolute best on recovering from his injuries so he can get back on the field next season, owning it to improve his draft stock. And Felipe Franks, you're back in the starting lineup, so let's see what type of beautiful works that you make of the rest of this season with your opportunities. Real brother, God bless him once he's unashamed. Take care. But yeah, the song called Promise Ring, like I say, that has to do with pretty much, like I say, you know, I'm heavily into getting married young. So that song has everything to do with me getting married young, pretty much, and the candidates that, you know, that I have when it comes to like my bachelor list, because I am a bachelor in many cases. I guess you could definitely say I'm single, you know. And in many cases, like I say, it's really the Promise Ring song is me explaining my bachelor list and like so on and so forth. Because like I said, I really want to get married young, really within the next year or two. But if it's meant for me to wait the next 5 or 10 years, I'll wait. It will totally be suffocating, or not even suffocating, but it's going to be hard to wait. But like I say, if it's meant for me to get married in the next 5 or 10 years instead of the next 2 years, then hey, we'll see what happens. If I get married in the next 5 or 10 years, that will hopefully give me time to set up for the next 2, 3, generations of, of kids, which, I'm going to have. But if I get married within the next year or two, that's just enough for, my family at that time, because I do believe in my talent full off that, giving me the next 5 or 10 years, I'm setting up for the next 2, 3, 4 generations. If I get married within the next, 2 years, I'm just setting up for my family right there at that time. When it comes to having, 1 or 2 kids, at that time. But again, it does all depends on definitely, God's plan for me, and definitely all depends on, what's meant for me, and so on and so forth. So once again, I trust in God to healthily guide me through that process, and we'll see what's meant for me, whether it's marriage in the next 2 years or the next 5 years. But the Promise Ring song signifies very talented individuals, of which, like I said, are on my bachelor list for females that I'm very much interested in when it comes to, my potential wife, so on and so forth. And like I said before, I know y'all have heard other songs where I'm over shouting out this and that person who's already been my wife. But like I said before, I did shout out, like I said, Madeline Bassett in the song called Endgame, and in Bigger Pictures. Off of Endgame was off of the Break the Internet album. Bigger Pictures was off of the Back to School album. What I said in Bigger Picture was like, hey, I do have faith in us to make it if we ever were to end up, dating. And Endgame, I got a headache too right now, so I'm trying to get through this video. And Endgame is where I said, like, I shouted her out as being, being a potential wife to me. Like I say, I do have that much love and respect for Madeline Bassett. That's why I call her, once again, I call her the face of LSU, and I called her, she's like a goddess in my eyes. And that song called Face of LSU, because again, it's not that, I worship her in any type of way, because I don't. Again, Jesus Christ Almighty, you know what's up. It's just, when I call her a goddess, that's just how much I love and care about her, admire and respect her. But nothing to do with how, with worshiping her whatsoever. The only one I worship is Jesus Christ. So on and so forth. You get the point. But yeah, Promise Ring, like I say, I did shoot other videos on this stuff yesterday. So on and so forth. So like I say, I will hopefully upload a few of those. But the Heart and Soul album, R&B album, like I say, hopefully that will be getting out this weekend. I'm gonna, like I said, I do not know how many songs specifically I'm gonna put on that album, but I can tell you right now, the playlist is filled with number one, Kelly's Tribute, which once again is a dearly beloved shout out to my good friend named Kelly, who is a FCA leader, and like I say, a Fellowship of Christian Athletes at Nice. She's an FCA leader, along with dearly beloved Bailey Patterson and a few other young kids that, again, I love and respect and, definitely greatly admire. But yeah, Kelly's Tribute, her song was number one. Faith in You was number two. Shout out, God bless the girl who I think on Wednesday, that was Wednesday or Thursday, pretty sure that was Wednesday, who commented on that video for Faith in You with a ton of stuff about how much she does, love and care about me and appreciates me and so on and so forth, and wants me to shout her out. Totally do that, fam. Totally do that. Thank you for your love, support, and encouragement on that song in my entire career, by the way. Yeah, so once again, you got Kelly's Tribute, Faith in You, Meditate More, Way More, Art of Judgment, and what I just put on there titled I Bought In. And again, the Art of Judgment Part 1 and I Bought In are not songs. They are other videos that I just, the Viewpoints videos, which I did. I bought in like a few days ago, and I did the Art of Judgment like a week or two ago. But like I say, they're definitely good videos that are going to stay on there. And the Heart and Soul album playlist, which I just wrote last night, was once again a shout out to my good friend named Riley Gilligan. Her song should totally be on there. Song called Always and Forever. Nate and Sam relationship tribute. Nate and Sam as in me and my dearly beloved BFFL, best friend for life, Sam Harmon. A relationship tribute. Once again, shout out, God bless Annie Beverly. Again, one of the most talented individuals I've ever known. One of her songs might be on here. A song called Fireworks. A song called Take a Chance. A song called number 7 called My Babies. Totally, that will definitely make this album. 8 called Best Friend. Once again, shout out, God bless my good friend Mayna on that, because like I say, that's a song dedicated to her. Nobody Knows Me, which has to do with, like I say, my music tells a lot about me. These videos right here tell a lot about me, but you'd be still amazed how many people will listen to the music, watch these videos, listen to me talk face to face, and they still not know who I am when it comes to my personality and attitude. You'd be amazed. So that's what Nobody Knows Me got to be about. Mixed Emotions has to do with, it's like saying, if I can remember it, because I came up with the idea last school year, right? It was like, do you like me? Do you hate me? Do you love me? Do you care about me at all? Because every single time I'm around you, you keep showing me mixed emotions. Mixed emotions. So forth and so forth. So it was definitely like saying, because it's like one day you're hyping me up, and the next day you're all cold with me, and so forth and so forth. So that's what that song Mixed Emotions has everything to do with. It's like, one day you're hyping me up and being like, yeah, I love you. Next day you're saying I love you as well, but you're not saying it with the same energy. You're saying with a energy of I'm just saying just to be saying. I'm not saying it with any passion behind it, so on and so forth. Like, I'm not saying I actually mean it. I'm just like saying just to pass the time and just to say it to you, so on and so forth. So 11 titled Fear of God, which again I just say once it's unashamed throughout the entire song. My song called Fear of God, I just say once unashamed throughout the entire song, and I say John 3:16 no lie throughout the entire song. Fear of God, but we'll see whether that makes it. The Interruption, Promise Ring, The Viewpoints, Lil Sis Jordan, Learn From Me, Beyond Blessed Part 2. Again, we'll see all the songs that make this album, but totally, I'm going to have to really think to myself about all these things that are making this album, because like I say, still a lot more music to be coming. And songs that don't make this album, I guess they'll make another album like 2017 Perspectives, Phenomenal Folk. But we'll totally see. Once again, I love y'all. Take care. More music coming soon. God bless y'all on this college football Saturday. And once again, more life, more blessings to everybody. Again, hopefully I'll post that Promise Ring video explaining the thoughts behind it. Or I'll shoot another one and post that later on. So take care. God bless. One more is Unashamed. Your boy, the man, NJ to the city with the number 2 and TO. Out. Peace. God bless.